Zane. Right. Hello. Welcome, Disco Saloon, Season 3, Episode 5. If you're watching on YouTube, or maybe you'll be able to hear the birds in the background, we are actually touching grass currently. I know we talk about touching grass so much, but we're actually touching some real life grass at the minute. Like, if you can see it on YouTube, you can actually see me touching the grass. We've got a wee seating arrangement going on here. We've got Bradley to my right.
Yeah.
His hair's gone in the wind.
It's going to be a fringe setting today.
It is. So we've got Jay next up.
Who's looking hella uncomfy right now.
And we've got Callum, and we're in Callum's brother's house. Well, his garden recording this one, so we appreciate the accommodation.
Yeah, shout out Fraser.
Shout out Fraz.
Yeah.
Shout Fraz McKay.
It's really funny actually. We're fucking in a garden right now.
Yeah, and we're actually out here, like we out here. Can I really doing it? Don't know. It's gonna be a weird one again. Like, some of us are drinking tea. I'm on the Pepsis.
I'm on Elderflower Press. Costin Press, Elderflower lemonade.
Is it M&S?
I think Costin Press does sell things in M&S, aye.
Aye.
It looks like an M&S joint. Looks fancy.
So how have we been enjoying the sun? Cause
It's been good.
It's been good.
Cooking,
It's
man.
been a bit hot for me.
I like
honest.
how, but all the days we could have recorded this,
It's
it's
the
literally the
cloudiest.
first day in like 2 weeks that it's no been Scotchy Oasis.
Aye.
Right, it's probably better because if we were sitting here and it was 23 degrees, it'd be sweat leaking always. I'm looking at that camera when that wind's blowing, thinking that better not think it's going to do what I'm going to do, but aye, fuck knows. But then see if you're out here in that baking sun,
Aye, it would get a bit much.
wow,
Aye.
Aye.
The sweating in the
the
nights.
suntan would be incredible.
Aye, because we're all quite kind of pink boys, aren't we?
Aye.
We're no tan
We're
boys.
no island boys.
No island boys. Anyway,
Pale white boys with a podcast.
My hair's got me my fucking face on this episode. So I brought my sunglasses. Wait.
You can use mine if you want.
Ooh.
Well,
There you go.
I'm
Nice.
trying to snap them with my...
Aye.
With my
Try
head.
them on. How they will suit you.
Let's see them.
something with that sun anyway. This is so mad.
That's how I
See,
probably
the thing
for the
is,
year.
it's like, because then the hair doesn't hit my eyeballs, it just hits the
Get
glasses.
this
That's it.
fucking greeting. The earphones are doing what my fucking ones I use for the Xbox are. Every fucking day I get Ailey if I've been playing Xbox, man. She's like, what's that in your ears? I'm like, it's bits off my headphones, man.
Aye, it's the wee plastic bits
Girls
coming
are
on.
wearing earrings, black leather earrings.
Oh, nice.
That is a crazy look, man. They're blowing
Can I
in the
rock it?
wind, man. It's like a spaniel's ears.
Black lab.
Anyway, we wanted to do an outside podcast, and we're doing an outside podcast.
See what the vibes are, man.
Aye,
The
it's
Kev just
interesting.
messaged us, why do it at my brother's back door? And we're like, well,
Why not?
Why not?
One thing
Why
I
not?
didn't account for is I've got raging hay fever, man, and I'm literally surrounded by all the plants.
aye.
Oh, the pollen, man.
So I'm going to be itching and sniffling and doing all that, but
I'm
we
loving
do,
the gust of wind, man.
we do it for the love of the game, ultimately.
Aye.
Like, it's nice to get a breeze. Like, see, something, it does get a bit.
Really.
See, when we're in the house, it can get a bit fucking like no breezy.
Aye. Stuffy.
A bit stuffy.
Builder bear.
That's a good
Are you
gust of wind.
looking at this? I'm going to edit this audio later, and it is going to be fucking.
Because like we did test the audio,
Yeah.
and it sounded good, but it wasn't actually windy at that point. The
No.
wind's like fully
No.
up.
The winds came for us, but we'll deal with it, whatever it's like.
I mean, fuck it.
I'm sure it's alright.
One shite episode out of 1,000's alright. So once you do two, then it
'Cause
starts to get hairy.
The air episode was so stellar and so well
Aye,
edited,
It's been
exactly.
incredible.
so clear in audio. It's
Aye.
we can take the punch
Take
today.
that. Well, that last episode's struggling, so I don't think it'll get any worse than that, man.
Folk clearly want to see our weird looking faces.
I know. But when does it count as a view on YouTube? Is it 10 seconds or is it more? Is it 30?
I feel like it's more. I feel like it's like 30
Probably with a
seconds.
video that length, it's more. Because
Right.
if it was a minute.
So
Somebody
what might
stayed
be
for the
happening?
intro and they went, fuck that.
Well, what might be happening is
Jens, man.
folk are turning it on and going, right, by the way, we're not doing video this week, and just turn that off.
Aye.
Because it's like
At least all
criminally
the
lower than their ones.
sock brothers might be doing that.
Aye. So maybe we haven't accounted for how much of our audience are just folk that want to see our feet, but
Perverts of the game.
Perverts and
Perverts of
family.
the podcast game.
right, we've certainly perfected that anyway.
Aye, shout out the perverts, man.
Aye,
Shout out them.
shout out the pervs, man. We miss you. Come back.
Do you ken what's funny? Like, do you think they play it with the audio on, or do you think they play it without the
I
audio
think they
on?
probably do full voice settings, like as
like
is.
watching us through the window.
Aye.
Like, see, like osmosis, like they'll probably pick up little things whilst they're like chugging, and be like, "Oh, I've actually,
That's
Scotland."
so funny.
Like Scotland's actually quite sunny there now, but I don't know why I know that. But it's because you've been watching.
Aye.
White talk about the weather.
For white boys with their black socks on, man.
Kind of folk are listening to this, but they didn't watch that episode where we actually discussed that sock king happening.
Folk are
Aye,
folk
but
are
what?
perverts.
Sock
Am I
perverts.
the pervert?
Yank perverts.
We got
man.
famous in the sock YouTube playlist community. Well, no famous, but I mean, it's got like 2,000 views, that video. So
Aye.
it's
Nah, it's mad.
Keep it
like
in
Actually.
10
comparison to the
times
rest.
more than
We were cooking that episode, man.
Our socks were
The
anyway.
sock brawls were choking.
I do wonder, man. The guy must have had like some sort of software to find socks online.
aye.
but-
Well, I
'Cause how else you gonna
looked
do
at
it?
all his air stuff, right? And by the looks of it, it had just been looking at it was all podcasts. So, and they were all like no really well watched and sort of DIY stuff where folk were just on couches and stuff. So he must have went through like a full play, like a podcast
after
things.
podcast, Lachlan. That's
must be
crazy.
Because they were all like podcasts with like no views, stuff like that.
Amateur.
Do you know what it's kind of like?
Aye, that's what he likes.
Amateur podcast.
I
That's just
find
typing
this-
into Google, man.
Like a weird thing, but like there's certain cunts like you've saw it on social media a couple of times and that, and not that I've ever met anybody, but I know they exist out there. There's cunts that collect and curate and like pure organise their porn. Like they don't just go on a website and watch it.
Aye.
That's
Like they
different
download all
levels,
the
man.
videos and then keep them all saved into like big folders with fucking subsections and categories and that. And I'm like, Ken, how have you got the time? Like, how is it not just like I want to get 5 minutes, bang? Like, how is it not just that? Like, how is it fucking I'm going to dedicate 40 hours a week to organising my porn that I watch by myself?
I remember coming across a guy on Twitter who rated 500. He put his top 500 porn stars of all time. It's like, how are you meant to rank and rate them?
That's crazy.
500, and I just kept. I thought he was like at it, and I just like kept scrolling. He didn't put like videos of that. It was just the names, and I was
Yeah.
like, actually, it was like a thread, and I was just scrolling. This guy actually like
But that's
thought about it.
That's
cunts are
wild.
so dedicated, and that's what I mean by like relating to the soap thing.
Aye.
Like, there's a cunt out there that watches Hunters a rando podcast,
Looking for socks.
scrubbing for soaks,
That's
scrubbing,
wild, man.
and then
And
maybe
putting them in a
and then
playlist for
put-
everybody to enjoy.
for their
Because
sock
there
scrubbing.
was like three.
Nah, fucking have
I've got
that.
white socks on, man. They'd be right turned on, man.
There was three playlists or something like added to, and like two of them were specifically for socks,
Aye.
and one of them was
Sock
just
play or
called
something.
something like season 2, and it was all stuff that was on like season 2 or something. That was a kind
Is
of
it?
weird one.
Classic.
Aye, fuck knows. But aye, they two soak ones were fucking mental, man. I wish we'd go in touch with that guy, man.
Got 'em on.
The guy that made the playlist.
Aye.
It'd be wild if it was somebody you knew. Imagine.
Oh, that would be utterly
Do you know what?
insane.
You walk past these guys on the street.
Aye.
I know.
And they'll just want to eat your socks.
That's the beginning of a short film, then it turns out the guy making the playlist was one of his. No, it's so weird. It's my podcast.
Get me this feels like now. I kind of almost feel like I'm in the most. Like what's the thing? What do you say when something's like a knockoff version or something? Not a Tesco version, like a pound shop. I don't
An
know.
Aldi version or
Aye.
a Wish? Is it Wish
Aye,
or?
Wish,
Aye,
aye.
like a
I
Fatima.
feel like we're on the Wish version of like fucking when they do Glastonbury and they're just like out in the fields like interviewing folk or whatever the fuck. Or like they're just sitting after an accident and they're like, aye, that was Coldplay.
Aye,
And they're just
no,
sitting
it's
talking
definitely-
shit and all
Joe
that.
Wiley and
It's
all
got it's got the wind's blowing and we're just sitting here in the deck chairs.
That is kind of peak, but I kind of like that feeling, man. Feeling like
Aye.
a music festival. Imagine we did this for Transmit. That'd be kind of funny.
Oh, that would be wild, man.
Camera would definitely get nicked.
Aye.
I don't
even
leg it,
I don't
smoking
even
fags.
know what the chat with all the camera gear and that would be taking
Nah,
it in.
fuck knows.
We could just
You'd
say that
probably-
we're
you could just take
filming
your
a
phone,
YouTube
aye.
video. Just say
So
we're
you could
YouTubers.
actually get press passes and be like, by the way, we've got a podcast, people are like, run about your cameras, that sound, and they'll probably give you a ticket.
Technically, you could take. Technically, you could take the wee mics that you attach onto your phones,
Oh,
Aye.
true.
and you could just
And then
take four and just do like a 10-minute thing, just sitting.
Coming to you live for fucking
What would, you,
Transmit.
what would you be asking me guys at Transmit? What?
Oh,
Like,
man.
see, aye,
What's your
that would be
favourite
fun.
fag brand? How many beers you had?
Aye, how
Some
many Four
13-year-old
Lokies?
like,
Yeah.
too many,
you're
mate,
like,
too many.
Super Four Locals, what are
Was
you
it-
thinking?
Aye,
Was it you?
Four Lokies?
Can I get a wee bit
absolutely.
more wire there? Sorry. was it you that was talking about watching that guy on YouTube that was talking about cigs, or was it you?
The guy that unpacks it.
Aye. So
The guy that sits and smokes fags and drinks beers and parks.
I found another guy on Instagram that gets asked like his favourite cigarettes and all that, and he like talks about like cigarettes on his Instagram. And he was talking about once they were like, if you could bring one brand of cigarettes to America that aren't sold there now to be sold, and he was talking about these mad things for like the Philippines or something, and they'll like fucking get honey in them and shit like that. I don't even know.
Want to try that?
I don't know why they're. I think they've got hunters of nicotine and hunters of tar, and that's why they're not allowed to be sold in America, because they're like actual death
Too
sticks.
fucked for America, man. They must be fucked.
they must
like
be
UK 60s fags and all
He
that.
says the taste after them is incredible,
Aye.
and I was like, so you've sold me, man.
Aye. So if I'm ever in the Philippines,
Aye,
I'm sure
okay.
it's the Philippines.
Things are different in that Philippines, man.
Aye,
Fucking hell.
they've got low wage rates. Not that aye. The laws are weird, man.
See the Philippines, Indonesia, and like what's the other one? See that
Singapore? Malaysia?
See all around about there, man.
Yeah.
That's cracked over there, man. They're doing things over there I can't comprehend.
And if you're listening to there, then fuck
Sorry.
knows.
Aye. Good
There's
luck
bound
to
to
you.
be a few
Wow, man,
salt
we're about to
perverts
hit
from Malaysia.
hurricane settings. I'm looking at that camera like it's my Wade, man. And like there's a pedo about, man. And I just keep, like there's a guy that I don't know. He's not got a Wayne with him, and he's in the park. And just I'm looking into the corner just to see if he jumps the dike.
You waiting to say swiper, no swiper?
Aye, swiper, no swiper. What was I going to say, man? I was thinking about something. I can't fucking sit here and talk about fucking philosopher of the week and a bit often. I can't fucking do it, man.
Let's talk about your own philosophy then, man. Do we want?
I'll need
Jay
to.
Martin, 10 out of 10 philosopher.
Aye, I'll no spoil it, but the philosopher I've got, I can't talk about him seriously if I'm sitting at this back here with that plane and all that running about me. I can't do it, man. it's just no.
For the audio
I never
only, there is
realised.
like a
Aye,
toy
like a
plane.
toy, one of the floater things.
Bradley made it fly like off a good earlier.
Aye.
I
was
must
so
have had
good.
like
Couldn't do it
100 foot
again.
set or
It was
something.
one of the best flights I've seen in ages. man. It was
Aye.
unreal.
It was like the flight of the Concorde, man.
Oh.
Aye. London to Berlin, man. It's wild.
Every disco I've been in.
Fuck me, man. We are actual clueless.
It's a hyper-shaped apes.
Again, what I've just realised, there's about 40 different types of bush out here.
Aye, got all the bushes.
You love
Aye,
bushes,
I
man.
do love bush, man. But look at that. That's different to that one,
What
to
one
that
was your
one,
favourite
to
again?
that one. Probably that type of bush.
Is that a train? Is that a train? I will great. No, it's
No,
not
it's
a
a
helicopter. I mean, it's.
Which is so we
Oh,
better do
aye.
a caveat that we're right next to train tracks, so and it is awful loud, so we might just need to take
Yeah.
like 2 seconds where the train
I'm
goes
telling
by.
you, if a train goes by,
Right.
we are loving it.
Aye, but I think it's about 20 minutes away, so we'll see how that goes.
If it goes by, but I'm going to need to scrub to that specific point in the audio, but or whoever edits it and turn it down probably. I
Aye,
it's a
aye.
bit
Awful loud,
because
man.
holy fuck, that'll blow cunts' ears off.
It will be loud.
Aye, that's my favourite
because
kind of bush.
see that wire you can see.
One
that's,
just looping.
that's like part of the fucking train. That's cracked, man.
Part of the
That's
train.
fucked.
Oh, aye, right.
That's a bit of like runs on, man. Wild.
Just right there.
That is
right
actually
there.
right there, man. Fuck. Right, anyway, what we thinking?
We were saying that's Bradley's favourite kind of bush if
Aye.
you're watching it. I think that's the OG classic bush.
Aye.
That is the OG
That's
classic.
the Fortnite
Don't ask me.
season
Don't
2
ask
bush.
me what that is, man.
Let's see if it was a game of Sims,
Yeah.
man. That's like the first pick. Do you know what I mean?
See,
First pick.
to be fair to you, that's
$10.
the kind of bush, or well, actually, that's a hedge, probably meant to be
Aye.
specific.
Well, maybe I like
That-
hedges then.
that's
that
a bush.
Aye.
But because it's kind of hairy.
Aye, hedges are like long and they segregate gardens and that. I know. Well, listen, I don't know the fucking etymology nerd hang on this, but to me, hedges run in a straight line or in circles, round like properties and stuff like that. They're
Aye.
all a plant lined up
See,
like that.
see if I ripped off 2 sides of this hedge, but would it not be a bush then?
Well,
Or
Well,
does it
I'm-
have to be a column?
well,
so
I mean-
you're telling me that a column of bush equals hedge?
I'm saying that a bush can't be a hedge, but a hedge can be a
I'm
bush.
sure that kind of bush was my grand's bush.
Like,
Aye, that's
see,
what I'm
see if you
thinking.
had hair for head to your tail, you would still have pubic hair and a mustache, but it would just be that's a bit.
Still hair in your
Like
face.
I've got hair for my fucking from my antenna down to my fucking roots, but you would still say I've got a mustache, even though technically it's all hair on my body. So that's kind of what I'm getting at with the bush equation. But like that's not a hedge. Like
No.
for everybody
No.
listening, there's a wee circular bush that I'm pointing to. I'm saying it's not a hedge.
But see if there was a full line of that type of bush, is it a hedge then?
Aye.
That becomes
right.
a hedge.
Right,
Aye.
okay.
It's strange, man. It's aye, this is a great podcast, man.
So,
We get into the fucking etymology.
Just to come away from the visuals, any's ever been in a casino?
In a casino.
Aye.
Fuck's that go to do? I thought you were going to ask me if I was been in a hedge, and I was getting ready to tell you all my good hedge stories.
Lauren's
Have you got it?
Well,
graduation
technically, I
party.
mean, casino hedge
aye.
funds. I mean, I can make that work.
Lauren's graduation party was in a casino. That
I
was
ended
quite
up
cool.
wrecked as fuck.
Aye.
I've never been allowed in a
Aaron
casino.
actually got so drunk that he didn't care when it was. I don't know how he got home, but he was actually on the flare. There's a photo of him like see one of the see when somebody dies and they draw the chalk around them.
Aye.
That was actually Aaron, man. I think he get a left with somebody. I don't know.
Aye.
Fuck knows I was dead anyway, man.
Aye, body.
Aye.
Body bag.
But
I mean,
That's a thing I'd never done. And folk, a lot of boys I can have done it and did, like folk do this. They go out in Glasgow at night and then they just go to the casino for the
Aye.
rest of the night. I've never
Aye.
done that. I was too
I think
blasted.
I
Isn't
went
it close to
one time.
later? I don't think.
I've only ever tried to get in a casino when it's like 6:30 in the morning. I've came out like an afters, so like see the after
Aye.
parties because there's no trains and it's freezing cold and it's the only place that's open. And they just take one look at me like, nah, no him.
Aye, no,
No,
the
the
day,
big
pal.
ball.
You're not coming
No,
in.
dude, pal.
And that's happened like 6 or 7 times. I've never been in a casino.
I managed to get in it once, separate to that time, defo. I don't know why I went to the. I think it was one of them, didn't it? It was like half 2, 3 in the morning. I didn't have anywhere to go, and then it was like, oh, got to the casino.
Casino dog.
Aye, because I got a card. I've got a casino card.
Oh, aye. Okay, aye. I think I
don't know
remember you
what that
talking
would
about
have
that. I
popped
don't
up
know.
for, but it's defo. I've seen
Yeah.
it a bit.
You had to get a card to be able to buy drinks in that.
Oh,
that
in that
place.
time.
Aye.
But I
Aye.
defo. I
Oh, you
think
had
I
one
had
before?
I had one
Oh.
before. Aye.
Was
Because
there maybe an air party? Or you just got wrecked and
I
ended
think I
up
just
there?
got wrecked and went in one time. I think it was where a boy I used to work with. Fuck knows, man, but they'll soak you dry anyway.
Aye. I don't think I've really been
Tell
in
you
many.
that.
I've maybe been
I
in
watched
one
this-
in my life or
I
something.
watched this guy on Instagram called Vegas Matt, I think his name is. Have you seen him?
Aye, I
And
can.
he's
You
like-
talking about the Australian? Is he Australian?
No, he's American.
Oh, right, no, I don't
I
know.
know
him then.
there's an Australian guy. I've
There's an
heard.
Australian guy that just fucking plays blackjack all the time, and he
Aye.
built it up. Honestly, now he's like fucking loaded. He started and he was just doing each day would bet the amount he had, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to go for this amount, mate." You're talking those points where he was actually putting hundreds of grands on.
See,
crazy.
but see this like guy, man, like he's like an older guy, so fuck knows what he was doing before if he's out, like if he made money off of gambling and that. But he just goes to roulette tables and then he just starts doing like 5 grand on one. If it doesn't work, 5 grand on 2, and then just keeps building up until he gets
He's
to like
nuts,
32, and then it's like he wins like insane money eventually, but
Aye.
he's still in like a loss. And he's got like a thing on his Instagram where it shows how much he's lost and how much he's made, and he's like minus like 69 grand or something, man. And it's
That's
like, what the
crazy.
fuck are you doing,
How
man?
many
man.
followers has he got on Instagram?
Oh, like fucking thousands.
So
man.
he's pro-
Like-
he's
like 6
probably making
figures.
in that
But
back
that's-
then, isn't
that
he?
is
Like,
it, though, innit?
He'll
That
put
is
up
it.
the videos and he'll go, I will pay you 10 grand a video.
He's got like
Boom.
a merch line and all that shit. Man.
Aye.
See some of his betting, man. He's just going up to blackjack tables and putting down like 20k. It's like fuck
That's
me, man.
crazy, man.
Wild.
That is wild. I've recently get back into the gambling only mildly, but just so I've got an agreement with Shannon that she has an app on her phone like Ladbrokes, and I can send her money and go on her app, like go on her phone and like spin.
Aye.
But I'm not going to ungam stop myself.
That's
So-
waiting
Aye.
for the bush to turn to fire, man.
So it's so that I can't do what I done before and just waste all the
Aye,
money.
definitely.
And I mean, I basically need to ask permission
I
to
mean,
do
I
it. So
can't say it, man. I'm fucking. I can't say it, man. I'm a fucking bet builder,
I love it,
fucking
man.
slut, man.
You were going on like a wee run there for a while,
I
you know?
know. Sometimes I do. Sometimes the pace gets severely picked up for me doing the bet builders, and I'm not joking. Sometimes I think I fucking care what I'm talking about with these, but you actually don't because it's me. It's like I'm a fucking Fitbit, so it's like whatever.
Sorry, dude.
Seagulls, man. Wild. Don't
It's
joke.
like, it's got,
Don't
man.
joke about
Fuck.
seagulls, man. You get my fucking gambling addiction shaking for the Brighton later. But aye, fuck knows. I have partook in spins and on. I've won money
I've
and
done
lost
it.
money. But I
Aye.
had to knock them in the head because they're
They're too bush.
man.
I
The spins are different.
Ken Brad, I've been 3 times, dipped my toes. There was no, I think I've done it 3 times in total. Put a 10 in, big base splash, got up to 50 within 2 minutes, and then I lost it all on big base splash. Couple of days later, I was like, Shan, can I stick a tenner in? I sound. Tenner, lost, big base splash. I was like, maybe I'll play something else next time. The day, tenner,
Big
big
base
base splash. No, big base splash.
Aye.
Tenner done. So
no, fuck
I
that
could have
big
been
base
up.
splash, man.
Aye.
No
Yeah, I
way.
don't know.
I think
put them to the 10p's, immediately on the board. Immediately on the board. Where's my 20p bonus, you cunt? You know what I mean?
See, I think we stuff
That is
like
how
that.
they get you,
See
man.
if you could, if there was a way to keep yourself to that level, where it's like you would probably spend just about the same as like
Aye,
on
the
a
bets,
takeaway,
aye,
that kind
aye,
of stuff. As
whatever.
long as it's not
Aye.
like fucking crazy, but
That's why it's like it makes sense if I want to, if I've got the wee itch to do it. Because if I
Aye.
send a tenner, it means somebody else has like got eyes on how much I've spent. Because there was times where I would sit and I would put like 20 quid in. When they win, 20 quid. Next thing I knew, I would be doing £300, and it would have been like half an hour. And I
Aye.
would just be like, what exactly happened there? Wouldn't even ken.
That's wild.
But then I would win £1,000 like later
and
on
so
that
it would,
day.
like, aye.
And so at our time it was balanced till it wasn't. Like for like a month it was balanced.
Aye.
I was almost in the green air a month, and then it was gone within a couple of
Faded
days.
to dust.
I will
Aye,
say,
mental.
last night I had fucking £5 on something that was 35 to 1, and I needed a guy to get a yellow card for 180 quid. He had 4 fouls and never get carded it. And I was like, Ken, sometimes.
Was
That's
it Bruno
so-
Guimaraes? No.
No, it wasn't. It was that. This is again going to sound bad. Ailey's going to fucking murder me. It was LA Galaxy versus LAFC. I put on Marco Roy's goal and assist. Some guy called Severici and some guy called like Horsenbottom, both to get carded. That Severici and the Marco Roy's goal come in. The Severici yellow card and the Roy's goal come in within 12 minutes, and that guy had 2 fouls. I'm like, oh, you black bastard, this is coming in, man. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but it's slang.
Aye,
Scottish
aye,
slang.
aye.
It's to do with the minds. It's to do with the minds.
Anyway, oh you fucker, this is coming in, and you get 4 fouls and never get cleared it, and that is
That's
why
crazy.
it's so fucking bad today, gambling. 'Cause it's like,
I
you
think
can't
the
create that.
difference is there that I mean, you must have watched the game.
No, I was up for the first bit of it to see.
Oh, right,
to see
okay.
they went up, I think it
A
started at
midnight
like
game.
1 in the morning or something, and I was still up.
I don't think I've ever put a coupon on a game I've no watched. Do
Jay
you know what I
wakes
mean?
up
Like,
at 6:30 the next day and goes, fuck's sake.
Do you know what it was? Do you know what got me? I accidentally clicked onto Apple TV in my phone, right, like the TV app, and it come up with this TV show that this is going on an awful long thing, right? But basically, I had watched air versions of this documentary that came out, and I was like, oh fuck, I didn't know there was a new season of this. And then it said up the top that there was that game was starting, and I just seen Hugo Lloris, Marco Royce, and that, and I goes, well, I've been at my work the last 2 days and no put a bet on. I was like, so I deserve a wee. And it was like a fiver, so I was like, I've not done any in the past couple of days. So I was like,
there is folk that will get paid and just go 500 straight
Aye.
in their bet 365.
Aye.
but I swear to God, last night, but that's how I ended up staying up so late, is because I went onto that Apple TV and there's a thing called Long Way Home, right? And it's Ewan McGregor and a guy that his dad directed that film Deliverance.
Aye.
Is he
And-
did a thing with the otters and all that?
No,
Is it the same
well, maybe I don't know, but they drive their motorbikes, right? I watched the first 2 when I was in secondary school. They done Long Way Round, which was they drove from London to New York, but they went round Russia and Alaska and that on their motorbikes. Then they done Long Way Down, which was from London to Cape Town or Johannesburg, something like that.
Holy.
And then I watched that at school, and I was like, class. A couple of years ago, they done an Air Long Way Up, and it was for the Boatma, South America to Los Angeles. And now this time they're
That's
doing
cracking.
Scotland, going round the full of Europe and going back to Scotland. And I went on. Hadn't heard anything about it, and I went on that. I accidentally clicked that app last night, and that popped up, and I was like, "You're shitting me, man!" Happiest moment of my life, man. And then I seen that fit, and I was like, "Fuck it," because can you get the MLS
Pass or whatever.
the MLS pass? So I was like, I mean, if you were a night owl, it'd be quite good. But then staying up all the time to watch that's a bit.
Aye, to watch them.
But don't joke about Lloris, Giroud, and fucking Marco Royce was in their team. But
That's
That's kind
crazy.
of mad, man.
MLS.
cunts just go there to fucking bask in it. Both LA teams as well, so you just go there to California to. Anyway, I've spoken off shite, so
See, to be fair, does add that wee bit of excitement. Who was it? We were sitting in, I think it was in your gaff.
it was
and we were
me waiting on a Joe
somebody-
Linton card.
Joe Linton
for
card.
like,
Oh,
And
man.
it was like the
for like
96th
100.
minute or something.
I can't remember. Was that for 200 or was that for 100?
It was for
I've
something bush.
been there waiting on a Joe Linton kid, but it came up, I think. wasn't it?
I know it was Newcastle, Liverpool. Aaron sent me a thingy saying just waiting on a Joe Linton card, and literally as soon as I looked at the screen, I was at Lawrence's. We were watching in our big telly in our living room, and Joe Linton got a yellow card, and I was like,
God fucking loves it, man.
I'm sure you won like £800 or something stupid. It's quite a lot.
Aye, class,
Because I do the fat bets, Jay does more reasonable bets.
Aye, I push £5 max usually,
like-
man.
If I'm doing, I usually do somebody to score or somebody to goal or assist, and then 2 folk to get a card. And usually, if you stick a fiver on it, it's going to be at £100 depending on who the folk are.
Aye, whereas I'm 2 cards, two on a goal or assist, and then something else. Always.
And I reckon no matter what way you do it, you just end up about the same. I would say, like,
Aye,
like you could put you could put a few of the big ones on and hit one every whatever.
I only get 1 or 2 a season.
But I would be more frequent, but I would never get as much on even
in
like
the one.
3-4 bets or whatever. So aye, too funny, man. Aye,
It does
addicted to
fuck you
things,
up.
man. Oh no, it fucking gets you, man.
can't
It's
gamble
everything.
on kids, but-
Aye.
Aye.
Just I can't start doing anything because then it's like you're going to get addicted to that.
Aye. I'm
Like,
the
anything
same.
that's bad for me anyway. Obviously, if you got to get addicted to, well, I mean, I don't know, but like, you could be addicted to good stuff, and it's like, well, at least it's no fucking.
Aye, like imagine you get
to go to the
addicted
gym.
to saving a fiver. Like imagine you get addicted to save. Oh man, I love putting this in my eyes, man. Fuck. Anytime Paddy Power sends you a fucking
An email.
an email, man, fiver in my
I think
eyes.
the only issue with that is like there's nothing stimulant
No,
about that.
Not really.
Like,
I think there'll be folk out there,
I need
but
it.
like, see that, is it Martin Lewis, is that his name?
Aye.
He defo chokes, man.
He's
I
got
watched
it.
a video of him and he's talking about him and his wife's got like a Scrabble contest for like 10 years that's going on, and he's beaten her by like so many points. And like he was like in the audience, and then his wife is like, aye, I've got this many points. Like they're both built, he's built like an actual financial robot, man. He
Aye.
defo gets brick off saving a fiver.
Aye,
Yeah.
Careful,
look,
man.
the sun's coming out.
That's his whole
Aye.
shtick.
That's his
He,
hang.
he also likes like helping folks save money, but like cheating, not cheating the system, but finding
Aye,
ways
but
to
playing
get
it
out.
properly.
Loopholes in
Aye.
it. He's
Aye.
like goated for like, see, just laws you've never heard of
Aye.
that help
Or
you.
initiatives or
Holy
programs that exist
Aye.
that you don't know about, like to get money
Aye.
But
back.
obviously it's not just him, like obviously he's got researchers on his programme and that, but I
Aye.
think he did actually just start out just researching like everything that
Aye,
like, everything kind of
himself.
financial.
No, honestly, like sometimes I've looked at his website for stuff before, and it's like, see if you cancel this and resubscribe with this person, like heating, energy, Wi-Fi, all that stuff.
Because it's like a lot of like the government and fucking our current fucking the makeup of society is really why most cunts are skint, right? But like
yeah.
there is also a level to it where it's just cunts don't take the time to understand a lot
Aye.
of stuff. Like see when it comes to gas, lecky,
Phone bills,
phone
aye.
food, all that stuff. Like there's hundreds of ways that you could save on it.
And
Like,
folk probably just want to do the easy thing, 'cause they
Aye.
don't want to have to fucking.
That book I read, I will make you rich, or whatever it's called. The biggest. Mate, it's a
Ken,
bestseller.
if any of us were going to read a book called "I Will Make You Rich," you're it, man.
Hey, look it up, it's a thing. It was on that Stephen Bartlett podcast, guy that wrote it, same as the guy who done Psychology of Money. But a big thing is like you contacting folk. Like you have to phone, like, so like see the day I had to phone the gym because they changed like where they take the money out, and I still had a
Aye.
direct debit and a standing order, so I had to phone the gym to like basically cancel that, so it was just £130, no £230. A lot of folk would have just left that. Like, folk, wow.
Aye, I probably would have left that. I'm
They'll
not going to lie
they'll
to
not get
you.
Aye,
refunded
they
with
just
that
go,
either.
I don't want to talk to somebody on the phone. Most of the time you can save money just by a
Aye.
conversation, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Folk don't want to haggle, they don't want to spend 2 hours.
I think that's
can
why
you,
it'll be
can
bad
you
if
get me
they
£20
start
off
getting,
my
like,
Wi-Fi?
Imagine they started getting rid of fucking places to contact. You just you can sign up to this, but you might not fucking get through to a human. I
Aye.
mean, it's kind of hard enough.
Nah, it's
Aye.
getting
Aye.
anyway. So much stuff's like that.
I like how the sun's out and we're in the shade, but probably good because we're not baking like a fucking tatty.
100%.
We're talking about addicted things.
Aye, fuck the gambling, fuck the spins,
I like
but
if
I
you
do
were
love it.
addicted to oranges or something, it might be alright for you as long as you're not eating like fucking 1,000 a day or something. But
Aye, maybe die too much vitamin D.
just there's no I could lose my fucking house and job and all that for this. Whereas smoking fags,
Aye.
taking heroin, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, there's like I could die doing this.
Aye. There's definitely there's something about living life kind of on the edge that bricks me up, I suppose.
Nah, I agree.
Like
No,
it's like
it's alright.
It's
like,
that stimulation,
it's,
isn't it?
it's like pure, just straight dopamine, man.
Yeah,
like
it's a
it's like,
gratification, yeah.
I could try and live an easy life, but where's the fun in it? Like,
I also have fun with watching like YouTube videos and shit like that where folk discuss all these free dopamine hits now, and it's like you try and you're like, nah, man.
nah, it's not the same. Because where's the risk? Like
Aye.
that's a lot of it's where's the risk, or where's like the bad bit, like the
Aye.
bit that could hurt me.
Aye.
Like,
I think
is
there's
there
just something
actual
about why
ways to
it ruin your
actual
life, isn't
whatever ways can you release dopamine? Like,
Go on a jog.
Like completing tasks
Go to-
and
go
shit.
to-
Technically, you
Aye.
can like completing
really-
tasks or taking something off or saving up. Like technically, you can, but it's like longer term, less hit. Whereas like if I go and put a tenner in the slots and
It's
that
like
that baby lights up. Same with like watching Fitbit or getting wrecked or anything like that.
Aye.
That's like immediate and you
Aye.
feel it. Whereas you don't like most air stuff's defo longer term, 100%. Like it's got to be a dragged out thing.
I think like being sensible, like it can. It's hard, no, but it's more like there's a level where you can convince yourself that like, but most folk that are actually like all right and happy like consistently are just folk that are like kind of boring. Do you know what I mean? But like not boring, not in a negative way. Just like they don't do anything that's too crazy. Like there's probably reasons that we have ups and downs and all these bad things happen in life because we choose to fuck our lives up, but we kind of like it. So it's like. It's, mate, again, it's fucking that cunt headbutting the wall because it feels good when you stop headbutting the wall. You want to feel,
You
you want
can't
to feel
stop
so
this,
high
man.
you go down.
You can't stop this man from saying that quote, man.
he will never be stopped from hitting his head up against that wall, man, until he does, and then he'll realise he wants to do it or
Would
whatever.
you say that's a 10 out of 10 quote? Taking it back to season 1 vibes.
Think so, probably, aye. I think, aye. Because it kind of encapsulates everything.
I'm just trying to inject dopamine into myself. That's it.
Aye.
And I think if I could do that, I would solve a lot of my issues, man.
Yeah.
But then I would probably create more issues, so you just need to go on, man. I just wish there was like a wee tiny bit of like, right, there's some just so that you don't tip yourself over the edge and go mental, because the life I need to live is so restrictive on myself because I'm a fucking nutcase. Like, that's not a way to live.
It's discipline,
You,
innit, man?
you cannot drink because you will actually fuck the full thing. Like, you just fuck everything. And it's like, what? That's the way I need to live. Because if I
Aye,
go
no,
and get
no.
pissed, I care what's happening. And I don't like
a
it.
lot of
and the
folk
next
are like
day,
that. A lot of folk that are heavy
I'm
addicts. It's
in
like,
prison.
see when somebody says to me like, "Oh, I used to be this," like, but I still do this, and you're like, "Well, you are defo just got to fuck it again," like defo.
You're at
Like,
it,
and I'm not talking about you, but
Aye, no.
there's levels to
I
the game.
accept my fate. I
Aye.
accept.
See if a cocaine addict comes up to you and goes, "Oh, I don't take Charlie anymore, but I do drink," you're like, "Ah, well, you're gonna fuck it then." you're one bad thing happening in your life for getting back in the same path. It's so written, man.
I know.
Is
That's
it-
the way I live in this prison.
Part is you've got to remember that Bill, at the end of the day, we are animals. And we've made up all this fucking shite round about us. So it's like some of us just will not adapt to being a boring,
Aye.
sensible person, because that's not what an animal does. Like, you're like,
That sounds like justification.
I know, like, I'm agreeing, but then
I know, but the empties go to
no, because that's not even how I
Right, do
personally
stuff.
feel.
Aye.
It's just an alternate view on it.
Considered.
Like at the end of the day, we say shaved apes all the time,
Aye.
but we don't actually want to think we are shaved apes,
Aye.
but we
No,
are.
I think I probably need to, man, stop thinking I'm a shaved ape, because it's probably fucking restricting me to being a shaved ape.
I think it's good when
becalling
something
myself
bad
a shaved
happens, do you know what I mean?
When I act like a shaved ape, I can then just say, "Oh, that's me just being
Aye.
a shaved ape." But maybe if once in my life I stopped being a shaved ape, I wouldn't be able to say he's a shaved ape. Aye, fuck, that's too deep for me. But on a Monday,
Body, man.
I will say, but I will. The gun isn't in my mouth this week as much as it was last week, so
It's 'cause that
you
sounds
break
it.
through. It's because that no,
You're touching
the
grass.
sun was it's touching this fucking nice
it's
grass.
touching good.
Anyway, prison.
Prison. Should we wrap for this portion?
Because now
Aye.
we're just fucking getting into life's a prison, and that's not where we want to be.
No, we'll save that for part 2.
Aye. Right.
Right.
We'll be back soon.
Much love.
Much love to you. Best on fuck. Anyway,
Let's just whisper.
welcome back. We're here for Chokes of the Week. We took a wee break with some refreshments. I've got a tea and an I Love New York cup. Peak.
Should have worn your I Love Chicago.
Aye, with my fucking I Love Chicago hoodie that's no mine. My wee sisters. Fits me real snug. Anyway, does MD want to go first with their choke? Because I don't know what mine
get
is.
mine out the way, man, because mine's is like a minute long, right? I'm going to pronounce this
Right.
guy's name correct, by the way. Just let me just consult my phone now to find out how to say this guy's name correct.
That tea is amazing, man. Crazy.
Teeing it
Nice,
up.
Mm-hmm.
That coffee's awful good.
Right, I'm going to say his name's Avin Sinha. Avin Sinha.
I've been
sending her
Yep.
nudes.
Avin. Aye.
I've seen her down the street.
Aye, Avin Sinha.
I've seen her body down the lake. Oh no, man, phone the police. It's in the lake.
Twin Peaks. Right.
Anyway,
Lake
aye.
Mungo.
Lake Mungo, aye.
That's so good, man. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Moment of silence for
Anyway.
Lake Mungo, actually.
Aye. R.I.P.
GBN.
Right, anyway.
Right.
Aye.
Philosopher
Right,
of the
get on,
week.
right, philosopher of the week, fucking Avin Sinha. He's Persian, which is now taking Middle East ventures off my list. Because I'm going to. But I've realised this does mean that I would have to technically do North America and Oceania at a point if I was about to get continental in my game.
Oh, how are you going to put for Oceania, man?
I don't know exactly. I don't even know any, and that requires research.
Must
That
be
might
like
be the
an
week.
Aboriginal philosopher.
Aye, smoking things and that.
Aye,
Or I
fucking
just
right.
pick myself that week because I'm
Smoking
down.
frogs.
Because I'm down under. Right.
Smoking frog dust.
Anyway, so this guy, right? This guy, father of modern no father of modern medicine, but maybe like father of medicine, kicking about in like 1000 AD, 900 AD, right? And they still used all his chat about medicine up until the 18th century.
What?
That's cooked.
Fact,
Was he
man.
That is correct.
the four humours fucking guy, no? Or the four fucking, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but I think I
Four
think what you're
pills.
talking about because I'm pretty sure I was going to discuss whoever that cunt was that done that.
'Cause it's, I don't know if it'll be a similar thing, but there's the guy that came up with like there's the four different things that need to be they're no tempers, but it's similar to like severance. There's like a guy
Oh,
that
right.
was what medicine was for
Aye.
fucking ages apparently.
I don't actually know what this guy was chatting, but they used it for like 500 years or whatever. Anyway,
His way.
this cunt wrote 450 books.
Oofed.
Like 100. I don't know how they know this, but because I'm pretty sure they've said that 150 of them are lost, but they must have references to it.
Right, like
in
in this
Airworks,
book
aye.
that I done in
So
Persian.
450
whatever.
works. That's mental.
That's crack.
I buckle, man, it's wind, and I'm sitting here going 450 words for this Persian philosopher. Who are these folk? Like, what is going on? Right, anyway, but what I really wanted to start this off by doing, right, was I want everybody that's listening to this, as long as you're not driving your car, to close your eyes, right? I want them to do it, and then I want them to imagine that they're suspended, floating in midair, and blindfolded, and they've got no senses, right? And so you're effectively just a floating brain. And I want them to tell me, is that still you? Because that's what this guy was chatting about when he was imprisoned. This
shit.
cunt was in jail and
You're
wrote a thing
sending
about
me
the
away here.
and this guy wrote a thing about the floating man. He was imprisoned, wrote a thing about the floating man, and that was the stick.
What was he in prison for?
I actually don't know, but I do know that he was like an advisor to like hundreds of fucking like Iranian kings or whatever it was at the time. So I don't know if maybe like some
Some
air
sort of
general
treason.
captured them, some general or somebody else captured them or something. But he was like an advisor to like all these high up folk, like emperor or whatever in Iran. So
See that like wee thought experiment that reminds me of like see when I get like if I ever took edibles or I get far too stoned and then I would realise that I'm actually a brain and a big bit of meat and I would be able to feel all my teeth. And then I would just feel like just this is my entire being, no this or this, and it's fucking maybe,
Just your eyes.
maybe they were like fucking putting weed in his fucking cell, like blowing smoke in.
Well, there's that thing. I don't know if we spoke about it in the pod, but there was that guy who like took hundreds of edibles and then he could like feel something was wrong with his throat. And he was like, something's wrong. But then, like, he came out of it and he was like totally normal. Then he went to a doctor's just because it was bothering him.
Aye.
And it found like he had like a start of like throat cancer. It was like the earliest you could find it. But it was because like your body is so attached but so disconnected for your own brain in
Nah,
a kind of
like
way.
in your
But
normal
he
day to
managed
day.
to like bridge that gap
They
between
would
them.
focus the pain almost.
It's-
so
Aye,
that's
and
what it
then
is.
it was like his body was telling him, by the way, something's not right with this.
See,
Go check this out.
When you're that stent, and then you can start to feel your heartbeat, but not just at your head, you feel it like in each, like basically every vein going like
Aye.
that. That is the fucking worst.
You become like a pulse, like your full body just.
Oh, and then I just shake, man.
Aye.
It's terrible.
So that is the weird thing. Like,
Aye.
imagine you didn't know about any of that, like touch, smell, none of that, and you're just
No.
floating. But the question is, are you still you? And that's like that thing. This is 600 years before fucking Mr. Go to the Game Rennie Dacre said, I think therefore I am. 600 years before he's spitting neighbours, this
But-
guy's saying, what if I was a floating brain?
It's
Or what if
almost
I'm a
like
floating brain?
it's that kind of
What?
idea of like string theory. You know how there's that infinite amount of people that you of yourself. There's an infinite amount of like,
Aye.
realities. But then if you were to meet them, like what actually makes you is your like lived experience. It's your background, because not everybody's going to have that same background. It's like the learned experience.
I,
'Cause that's what like actually makes you human. Like,
That's
that's
funny
what
you
makes
should
you
say that,
yourself.
because that guy, one of his things that he was into was like metaphysics and stuff, and this is like fucking like,
Way.
like a
That's
thousand.
wild.
This is like fucking 1,000 years
My
ago,
guy,
man.
he was smoking something, man.
No,
he was shaving apes, man.
He defo was, man. But what I think this brings up that's off interesting, and this is what I'll end on. I kind of not been talking about him too much, but honestly, like, I read about him and I was like, there's too much stuff going on in his life for my brain to even comprehend all the wee bits. But what I will say is, I still haven't done somebody for Africa, right? And there was a guy called Socrates, not to get mixed up with Socrates, right? Who was like before Plato and that. And he said that folk from Egypt were like the most healthy, most knowledgeable like folk, and they created this thing that helps you like discuss your soul called philosophy, right? It's so funny to me how when we're born in Britain and all that, we think like the world's like it's so Europe centric.
then you're
like-
Post-colonial
But
thing.
then, like, that guy I talked about that first week, that Shuangzhou guy for fucking China and, like, folk in South America and all. And you're like, Ken, these folk were doing things well before we knew what was going on. But because we're from Europe and that, we think, oh, it's like, oh.
Well, it's like the Egyptians like made numbers and shit. You know what I mean?
Like,
And like the Persians like made like economies and all that.
Aye.
Man. Do you know what I mean?
so this guy, no wonder this guy was spitting these bars because he was deep in that fucking. Like, I think he came from a place that doesn't exist. Well, it's not called the same name anymore, but it was like at the bottom of Uzbekistan next to like Iran and Afghanistan and that down there. And I swear to God, man, the things that were like maths, all that stuff. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the guitar comes from doing that
I'm
kind
pretty
of all
sure.
that kind of stuff.
It's either there
Mental.
or North Africa. That's probably the Egyptians.
So, basically what this has made me realise that it's funny how when we think of philosophy, we think of white guys with beards and togas for Greece or whatever, but they were actually saying, no, the folk from Africa were like better than
Nah, they were
us
the
who'd done
goats.
it before us, so...
That's it. We have a tendency to do that with everything, but it's because we're the white guys and we write most of the history, so
Aye.
and we're taught most of that same history that's been written to favour us in some ways, not always, but most of the time it is, and we don't learn about the stuff that
Aye. You're not learning about fucking Avicenna.
no, I don't know about who writes the fucking curriculums in school, but I don't think it's in their best interest to have us all super fucking clued up
No,
and intelligent, to be
no.
honest.
Well, I'm sure
It's no.
did Boris Johnson not ban like communist books in English schools and stuff like that?
Like
so
he tried to, but he didn't.
You can
didn't
only learn
happen.
about capitalism. You can't learn about anything else. Like they were.
Wow,
Crazy.
they're controlling your
if
brain.
you think, if you think about it, if you're building a system that works perfectly for you, why would you want MD to
Aye.
think that it doesn't work
Aye.
perfectly for you when it actually is disadvantageous to 99% of the population?
Anyway, I just love how these guys are for fucking thousands of years ago, man, and they're just spitting bars even though they're out there in the fucking desert.
Aye, man.
That's what I like. So
Like
Then, like,
actual
this-
tune settings, man.
The cities that they're living in, like, you think it's like these big, like, stupid, like, sand, like, fucking dunes, and it's like these, like, sandstone buildings and all that. But they were actually living in, like, mad, like, golden palaces and all
Aye,
that. Like,
so
everybody
aye.
was, like, even the guys that didn't have that
Aye.
much cash, because they had, like, an idea where everybody just, like, has something, like, they just get given it.
Crazy.
So Avicenna, it's spelled,
Sure.
but I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's the way I've kind of thought in my head. Because I'm sure there was like a weird pronunciation that I seen, and I'm like, I don't even know how to say that, but it's spelled Avicenna. Avicenna. I don't know.
Avicenna.
Avicenna. Aye. Joke, philosopher of the week, Pish, but aye, great.
Joke.
That
Joke
class.
of the week.
Right, who's did I get to pick who goes next?
You're
Wow,
ready to
man,
go.
that's a feeling. who we go? Right, let me think, man, what I want to hear. Well, what I'll do is I'll go, because, how serious is yours been, your joke of the week?
Don't even know what I'm doing yet, so don't pick me.
Right, don't pick you, cool. Right, what I'll do is I'll go to my Kev's because I feel like his might be slightly more serious than yours, but I don't know.
Nah.
Just so that, no, wait, actually, no, I should go for him. I'm going for Bradley. Because what it is I want
Man's
yours to be a wee bit.
indecisive.
I want yours to be a wee bit lighter.
Breezy.
And once we, but then that means Beanie's. Fuck it, you go. You go.
Aye. Aye, I can go last.
Right, well, I don't. Well, Coke Zero. Coke Zero is my joke of the week. It was going to be the Freud TV show on Netflix, which is in German. It's quite good, and you kind of learn about some of his philosophies and that. But it went a bit hairy. I've got a thing with like TV shows and films when it goes to like kind of cliche ghosty vibes. There's bits like that, and it's a good TV show, but it just pissed me off. But I love Coke Zero, man. I've been trying not to drink fizzy juice.
Clip that, somebody clip that.
And I just have a Coke Zero sometimes, and I actually can't taste the difference anymore. I've not had a can of cola in ages.
CZs, man. Who was it that said that CZ thing?
CZs.
Aye, CZs. Coke
What,
Zeros.
that famous guy?
I know there was somebody I was watching on Instagram, and he would be like talking to something. He'd like, "Aye, I do this, and then I got a wee CZ in me," and I was like, "What?" And I was all right, Coke Zero.
I've got to start saying that. CZ. CZ.
A wee CZ in me.
Coke
CZs.
Zero's alright.
What you got to say about the CZs?
Just that there isn't really much of a difference for that and a can of cola.
Oh, I wanted it.
I think when I was younger, I thought it would maybe be there was a big difference, but it's probably 'cause I've not had a cola in it, but it's still so fucking sweet, man. A can of Coke Zero.
Aye.
It's so much better than a Diet Coke.
I was
man.
going to
so
say
much
that.
better than a Diet
Coke
Coke.
Zero
Coke's
just
so
tastes like
shite.
cola, but just like it won't rip your teeth out. Yeah.
Aye.
Whereas a Diet Coke, like it does, it goes downward, no upward.
They Diet
Know what I mean?
Cokes, man. Like, I'm not a Coke connoisseur and don't ever really drink it. I'm more a Pepsi Max guy, but
Aye, Pepsi Max is
Pepsi Max
goated.
is
if,
goated, actually,
if you
aye.
sit there,
See, I used to be
I'll
Pepsi
ken a
Max,
Diet
but-
Coke because it actually tastes like I'm drinking gas, cola
Aye.
flavoured gas. See the burps off that Diet Coke. It's instant. It's like one sip and that's you, man. You're gone.
Defo overcompensated with the carbonation on it, didn't they?
Oh man, wow.
I think I think the Coke Zero, it's the appreciation in the sun as well, like having a nice cold fucking drink. See, being out in the sun, man, you got a can of Coke Zero, man.
Aye, because a
cola,
full
whatever, and then-
fat Coke in the sun's not quite the same.
Aye, a wee
At least I
a
can.
wee CZ and a cigarette, man.
Aye.
Kidding on that say fucking addictions again.
I came out of witness fucking yesterday, but I swear me and Shan
Yes, I
we
got
were
it,
rough,
man.
got a McDonald's and she got 2 large Cokes, and before I had even like opened my box up to like get my chips and my nuggets and that, she drank both of them. Like,
Wow, man.
like she just like
You
straight-
must have been actual Kingsmill.
like the actual
Warriors, man, the
I
roughest,
couldn't
the
believe
She
it,
toasters.
man.
she must have been actual mother's pride, man.
Aye,
Wait, was one of them yours, but?
no, she get 2.
Oh, right.
I get 2, I know.
Just got to
But
say, I'd be kicked
I get
off.
1 Oasis and 1 hingy.
She must
Can't
have
you
been.
drink a man's Coke?
She must have been fucking.
Not
she
unless
must have
you
been.
consent.
She must have been superseded of that ancient loaf, man. Ancient roll. The stuff that's just fucking seeds and grains in it, man. Ancient loaf.
Straight flour, man.
Oh, I couldn't believe it, man. But that Coke is peak.
Aye,
See the
it's
draft cola for McDonald's.
Wow.
It's different.
With the ice.
There
it's
is something
so good.
about a cola from McDee's, man.
Aye.
Holy shit.
I'm a weirdo. I always get fucking Oasis for McDee's, man. But it's because
It's probably the second on the list, but
Aye, probably,
Fanta,
it's good.
Fanta's up there, man. But
see, my issue with the Fanta sometimes is
Bit watery.
I wish it was as dry. I wish it was as strong as the.
The cola.
Fuck,
The
man.
I think the Fanta's 0 now as well that they do, so
Aye.
it is, which is annoying. They
it's so
changed it.
so strange.
Fucking bastards try to keep me out.
Did you ever change the flavourings?
Aye, the syrup stuff,
aye, the
the
syrups.
Foxies.
Crazy.
And it's
I've seen them
literally
when they're
just-
doing it, man.
it's a big orange bag, man. You just plug it in and then it turns into
wild,
Fanta.
Plug and play,
That's
man.
And I think the
It is,
cola's
it's
just
like
the same.
that.
It's like a brown bag.
Aye.
See
That's
the
weird.
machines that you get at Five Guys and that, and you can mix and match what you're
Aye,
fucking
goated,
getting, the
man.
touchscreen things, and it's like, I'll have all of them.
And it's got every like weird flavour
Every
of all
drink
time,
ever
man.
made.
Nah.
Aye. That Wingstop, man. That wow. There's like a cherry Dr Pepper, man.
Have you tried that cherry?
If you've not got the video, Jay is tapping his
I swear to
fictional
God,
credit
I
card
took a sip of that
on the
cherry
table.
Dr Pepper and I looked up the sky. I could see God's shin, man.
Mate,
It was
honestly, man,
They've got
incredible
like
fucking
Fanta
There's
taste, man.
strawberry and all
Take
that.
a taste and it's actual tears, man,
It's
just
incredible,
running
man.
down my fucking
Me and
neck.
Ray went
I
to
was like,
Five Guys one day.
I'm still having it.
Me nearly went
That's
to Five
crazy.
Guys one day, and I'm not joking here. I must have mixed like 3 fucking different things. I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. It was like like Sprite, peach or something. It was fucking something else, and I was just fucking clicking buttons, man. And I drank it, and I was like, that tastes like shite, but I love it.
What's folks' like favourite? Like obviously you get like a cola, but what's folks' favourite kind of flavoured one for one of
See,
the mad
I'm a
machines? I'd say a cherry
cola, man.
cherry Dr Pepper.
I like
love a
cherry
vanilla
cola.
or cherry cola.
Vanilla one's good, I know.
That cherry Dr Pepper, man.
I tried a peach one that was quite good as well. It was pretty
Ooh.
decent, but I'm a cherry man all the way.
Aye,
Everything's
Cherry is good.
Pepsi Max cherries, a choke with
Aye, it's
ice,
good,
man.
man.
So good.
Aye, I think I would maybe go for that as well.
Aye.
See, a lot of folk don't really like Dr Pepper in
Dr Pepper.
It sometimes gets a bit flat.
Oh, it's so
after a
da-
few sips, man. But
It's
that
awful,
cherry
yeah,
Dr
it's like
Pepper was
Dr. Pepper.
ridiculous.
Aye, definitely.
Wow, man, put the fries in the bag completely there. see when I'm rough, but I'm not joking you, man. I'd never drink Iron Brew, but see when I'm rough, that could actually resurrect me out some sort of hole, man. I don't know why.
Iron
I
Brew
don't,
has that when you're rough.
I don't know why
Aye.
freezing cold. Actually, and you tan it, and it starts fucking your throat, man. Somebody's
Aye.
fucking your throat with razor blades, man. And you're like, I don't even care. I'm so rough.
This is the best thing ever. I can't speak. I can't spike.
So good, man.
See when you're rough, man. See if you got a combination of like water, flavoured water, and then like a kind of still juice like Oasis, and then a fizzy one. I know, wow, man.
The triple threat.
The triple threat,
Free
man.
juices, man. You've actually got.
You want to see them in a cups
Wow,
and fucking empty juice drinks down the side of the bed for me, lying in there in my pit for fucking a few day, man. Crazy. Crazy.
You got a throat like Troon Beach.
Ah.
Full of the Serengeti.
Oh, it's crazy.
What was that thing I said? We were talking about, I can't remember where we were. Oh, you were giving me a lift in from my work, and I was talking about my throat, and then we were just saying like throat like the Serengeti and that, and I goes, my throat's like McKeff's ankles when he's like just about to finish playing his gig. Throat like my elbows, man. Right, anyway, continue.
That's it, man. Throat like scalp.
See, to be honest, but I swear, sometimes the jokes that you don't think mean a lot of that can actually be the best because like
Aye.
you've got invested interest.
It's the small things, but innit? It is the small thing. I could have went actually choke of the week Mark Hoppus after reading his listening to his
True,
memoir
aye.
because that was peak, man.
Or you could have went OG Fanta Fruit Twist, like back when it was just must have been like
I used to be so good.
I got one of the fucking fizzy drink of the week, man. Juice of the week.
oh my.
Fizzy sweets
I mean
of the
that
week.
is. I mean, take it for the cereal guy, but after a while you start
Aye,
becoming
true.
the fizzy juice guy. You're like, this was meant
Oh.
to tell you.
I'll come in with absolutely no tea flap.
Do you know
Can't
what, man?
do
I
this
had
anymore.
know that long ago. I don't know what happened, how we got a
Cereal
hold
or
of it.
fizzy
But it was
juice?
a fizzy juice. It was a 2-litre bottle of Curry's Red Cola.
Oh my god,
And we were
man.
having like pints with ice in it, man. Crazy.
See that Red Cola with a chippy?
See that with a chippy? Nah, man.
Mate.
That with a chippy.
Wow. That is actual. But, no, but see, after like literally, you have like half the chips. You eat your smoked sausage, or your fish, or your fucking
it's
battered sausage,
fuck me,
whatever.
man,
I might need to
You
get
tan
a
the bottle of
chippy,
Red
man.
Cola, but see about half an hour later, man, you're actually like, oh my god, man, I need the grave. I need stains in my fucking eyes, man. Holy shit.
Was that
Ken, I was-
the week?
Well,
Before we get shouted there, right? Anyway,
Ken, what I was going to say, but just before we move on to the next choke, I can confirm and I apologise that see honey Cheerios and then you get like Asda honey loops.
aye.
There is a major difference.
What one's better?
Defo the Cheerios, the honey Cheerios,
See,
man.
I told you when I was buying the Crave that day. Some
are
of the
good,
cheap Crave
but-
are shite.
Oh,
I
the
just
cheap craver shite, I think.
see if I've got a box of honey Cheerios in
Get
this.
the Lidl ones, Beanie, and see if they're any. I like the Lidl ones, see the Aldi ones, but shy them out of the dike in the bin.
I kind of like the chocolate squares for Aldi. They're alright. Is that what you're talking?
Aye. No,
I
right.
like them.
No, but
I
no,
like them.
trust me,
If
eat a bowl
you're
of
not
Crave.
watching on camera, see the face that Jay just gave Bradley. Wow.
Side eye.
Eat the
That was
Crave.
like your English teacher looking at you and just, fuck,
Aye.
man.
You felt your close reading, but you're a lost cause. You're resetting that
See if you eat a
five.
bowl of Crave but and then eat them. Wow, it's. But I'm telling you, I went and got the Lidl ones, and I was like, again, these are completely fucking different. Like, Lidl, try them, man.
Lidl Crave.
Aye. But I'm a Craver him, man. Aye.
Aye, craving nuts, man.
But the difference is, I see with the honey fucking Cheerios, I'll fill a bowl up, Maximus, tan the bowl, and they're still off the malt, and I'm like, has to be a second turn, man.
Aye.
Maybe even a third turn. But see when I have one of the fake honey loop,
Aye.
the Kunzel hoop, honey Kunzel hoops, I'm like halfway through the bowl, and I'm like, do I even like cereal, man?
See,
It still tastes good, but it's just not the
this is the
same.
thing, and I think I ate those Aldi ones
Something's
too much.
changed.
I even think I've started eating Crave too much. That's why I sometimes need to hang in
Aye,
the
switch
flavours.
up.
Maybe I've got flavour fatigue.
Do you remember? Does anybody but remember when Crave first came out? But and it was like bigger pills because
Aye, they're wee totty things.
when they
now.
used to be like actual pills.
Aye.
Fuck off, man. But anyway, how the fuck we get me talking about cereal again, man?
You can't escape your fate,
I
man.
can't know, man.
This is who you are,
By Coke Zero, man.
Join me or die.
I choke for a sugar-free drink.
Ken, you're too good at that, by the way.
What?
Join me or die.
You fucking belong in that dark side,
Aye, I
man.
could be the dark side.
We are going to take over the universe, one planet at a time, one cereal bowl at a time.
Can you say... what's his name? Is it Hogarth? Can you say Hogarth?
Oh God!
Like the Iron Giant.
What does it say? I need to go home now or something like that, man.
I need to go home.
Vin Diesel. What is it he says? Or
I can't
something?
even remember.
Does it know?
Cannonball.
Does it know say I go, you
Aye.
stay?
Aye, and you're actually like...
I go, you stay.
You're
Right,
actually
anyway.
like... Cheers, man. Fuck.
My throat's goose, right? Anyway, bye, cereal.
Yeah, there must be theories that he survives, but because there's the blinking light then, didn't there? The Iron Giant.
I swear to God, see, that's a traumatic experience for
Spoilers,
me,
man.
which I have not watched
Came
that
out
since I was young.
1980 or something?
So good.
I have-
94? Iron Giant?
No, later
90?
than that.
Later?
Later than that.
99?
Aye, that sounds
99?
about right, aye. Anyway,
I think 95. maybe.
Dating the guessing game again. Too good.
I
You
don't think
just
it is that
transport
early,
yourselves into that shower, like in the scuds when you do that.
aye.
But
Do you know why I think do you know why I think it can't be that early? Because it's the guy that made the Invincibles that done it, and I'm pretty sure before that he was just like an animated
Brad
guy.
Bird?
Aye. Anyway,
Choke.
I can't watch that film. I can't do it because I think it will fucking ruin me.
Oh, it's so
Aye.
good.
I
That's
watched
so
it when I was
good.
young so
It's
many times,
good,
and it's
man.
Oh God!
right, anyway. Right.
See when he's eating that fucking Twinkie thing, man, he's licking the cream off his fingers.
It's 99.
Wow.
Yes.
Alright. But I've got a second try. Take a second try.
Right. Anyway, I'll stop talking.
You got a choke yet? No.
No,
Right.
I will get it.
Wu-Tang fan
Right, Wu-
clan of the man of the week, man.
Be on a swarm.
Wow.
Right,
Oh, wow.
so this is the only member of the Wu-Tang that's currently deceased.
Yes.
So
Well,
only
no,
one
yes,
of them
but
has died. He died in 2004. Old Dirty Bastard, which is actually his stage name. He's actually called Old Dirty Bastard. But you'll know the Old Dirty Bastard, man. He's heard the Shimmy Shimmy Ya. And you've
Aye.
heard the no, baby, I got your money. Is that Wayne's? Is that Matt?
Is
Matt
that,
wee
is
neck?
that your kin or is that next
I think
door?
that's next door. Because I
Alright.
can't see the wee man. Sorry about that.
Well, listen, this must be like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm trying to talk about the Old Dirty Bastard here.
Aye, there's some Waynes at the other side of the hedge.
Wait till I talk about the Old Dirty Bastard, I can actually see them.
Get me off a funny
They're
sequence.
they're hanging about right next to us.
Are they? What are we doing?
Oh fuck, there's a swing there, so they're going to be there for ages, man. Anyway,
Aye,
right,
we'll be
Anyway,
fine.
aye, continue.
Listen, this is part. That's the reason why we're outside.
Aye.
Yeah.
It's the reason why we're outside. Anyway, the Old Dirty Bastard.
It's just unfortunate that's
I
the
know.
name.
Aye, maybe you can refer to him as ODB, which
Aye,
is his
it does
surname.
get called ODB. Aye, so ODB. So you'll definitely have heard him because he's got some like bag. He's got. He's got a tune. He's got a tune with Mariah Carey. And he's got a tune with like Khalees and all that, man. The guy is like, he was actually like charted massive, which is mental. When you hear him rap, he is clearly mad with it on every single song. Clearly mad with it. Died of a drug overdose. Somebody probably should have stepped in earlier and been like, by the way, you should stop doing that.
Right, you should
But
bring that in a little.
they just never did. Have you seen him? Have you seen his hair? So his hair's like this insane, like kind of dreadlocks, but it sticks up in the air and it's like all over the joint. He has like this one gold tooth. The guy is goated. He is honestly one of the coolest guys of all time.
Brilliant
But he's
aura.
insane. He was an insane man. He had the first album, which was Return to the 36 Chambers, which had Shimmy Shimmy Ya, which is the Shimmy Shimmy Ya, Shimmy Ya, Shimmy Ya. And the whole album is just unhinged. He was an unhinged man. It's the best way to describe ODB's style.
He'd be a poor door.
He's a what?
He'd be a poor door.
Oh, aye.
No hinges.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, because he's unhinged.
Right,
I was going to quickly jump in and ask you what that song is that's, that he features on with Hingy for Fugees. The Ghetto Superstar. Ghetto Superstar.
Aye.
Anyway.
Aye, Praz Michel, Praz Mikel, whatever it is. So the first album, Return to the 36 Chambers, the album cover is like a food stamp, like an old school American food stamp. And there was this insane documentary MTV did where he was just like on the up and coming.
Aye.
And so he takes the TV crew with his 3 kids into a limousine to go pick up his gyro because he's still qualified for like welfare checks and all that because he didn't declare anything that he ever.
That's wild,
So he
man.
was just going and getting food stamps and that, like pure playing the system, man. He should have been doing that, but I think he was spending most of that cash on like cocaine and all sorts, man. But yeah, totally unhinged. He appeared on like MTV like Raps, which was like an old school hip hop show in the early 90s, just steaming, and he does this insane like freestyle where he's like moving about like a fucking snake on the stage, like actual like eyes on the camera, going insane. He does something like, oh, where the lyrics gotta come out, and he raps like that. Like I'm not going to rap him, man.
Like it's
'cause
coming
kinda
out.
fun. But
Do
it's
you
so
want me to do it
hard
with my voice? I can't.
So you only had like 2 albums and both of them are unreal. Like they had like huge hits in both of them. The second one, I can't say the name of it because it's got the N-word in it, but it's N-word Please, which is funny in itself.
That's quite
And the cover is like him in this like weird white jumpsuit with this
Oh,
insane long wig. Fucking mental. The guy's fucked.
He
Like,
looks like he's dressed up as like Jesus or like
Aye, he's like dressed up as like a camp Jesus, like a disco like Jesus or something, man. And it's like this guy is honestly from like the ghetto gone insane, man. And he was wild, man. He is one of my favourites. So obviously because he's dead now, his son is called the Young Dirty Bastard, and so he just fills in for like. I went to go see the Wu-Tang like a few years ago, and it was all 10 members. And Young Dirty Bastard just did the ODB stuff, man. It was
So
incredible.
he just took, yeah.
He has the exact same hair, looks the exact same as him, man.
That's cracked.
But aye, the guy, rest in peace, man.
he is cracked.
He is
Rap.
unreal. The first album, Return to 36 Chambers, is phenomenal. Like in terms of like hip hop stuff, because nobody sounded like him. He called himself the Old Dirty Bastard because he was the father to his style. That was his whole thing. So nobody had his style. Nobody has his style since because
That's
it's so
pretty cool,
weird.
man.
Like you can't like touch that. You know that way it's like avant-garde rapping, man. That's what he is. You can't touch him, man. And
Tom
it's class.
Cruise.
He is the Tom Cruise of hip hop, man.
That's joke.
He
Oh,
was
the-
near cunt like Tom Cruise. So I mean,
He's more like the Werner Herzog of hip hop, I think,
Or
man.
what about the Virgil van Dijk?
Harmony Korine. Aye.
Nemanja Vidic.
He was he is
don't compare the two. Kidding on.
he was
Vidic was
unreal.
class.
So R.I.P. ODV. He was one of the founding members as well. He's like Vizza, who is the pinhead. He's the kingpin of the whole group. He was his cousin, and they were like best pals.
Oh, right, okay.
Aye, unreal. What a guy. Rest in peace. But you should listen. So I'm not going to give verses. I'm giving verses, but he's not got verses because he is mental.
'Cause he's steaming.
Because he is like all about. He's all about just like the technique's no there. The style is all there, but man, and the lyrics are there.
he is like just all ad libs. Like there's noises and grunts and sounds and
Like,
words and
there's
stuff
no
like that. It's
way
mental.
that you could be in the studio and be like this, like we can't even use this, but they did just use it. Like this guy would have just been like in front of a mic, probably jumping about, screaming and fucking grunting and all that, man. Like that's what it's like. He was probably utterly mad with it the entire time as well, which is incredible. But yeah, I mean, it's the greatness that kills you, innit, man.
What age would it have been in? His
He
like
was
30s or
35
something?
when he died. So, young man.
Getting there.
But see if he was, I mean, like, see if he was still alive, he just never would still be alive. But that's the thing, man. Like,
get what
whatever he
you're
was
saying,
doing was just not sustainable. It was just not a
You could bring
sustainable
him back and be
lifestyle.
like, I'd rather die
Never
than be
mind,
sober.
like, never mind, he probably had an addiction before he got famous, and then you just start pumping money into him.
Yeah.
It's like, woof, see you later.
Maybe he'd come out sober and they wouldn't be able to rap, and then like, we need to get you wrecked.
And then he's like, shit, I can't rap anymore, and then he just gets like addicted to something else.
Aye.
But
Crazy.
Class.
yeah, you should watch videos of him. Try and find the limousine video, which is so fucking mental.
I've never even seen that limousine.
It's so old school. And the one where he's on MTV raps and he starts rapping on stage. Because the guy who's presenting, I actually don't know his name, has to grab him and pull him over and be like, you're meant to be doing a freestyle now, and he's like, and then he grabs the mic and it honestly hits like an insane freestyle. It's incredible.
That's crack, man.
But
It sounds like an offer character.
Oh, honestly, man, he's like absolute gold. But yeah, Return to
Joke.
36 Chambers and N-Word, please get on that, man. Unreal.
Love it.
You'll know a couple of hits. That Got Your Money, I'm pretty sure, was like number 2 or 3 in the charts or something.
After I dropped off Jay at the train station no long ago, I put on the Wu-Tang client and it was just a tap, and I kept saying, "Oh, dirty bastard," but in the hingies.
It's
quite cool.
What is the tap Wu-Tang song?
Oh, cream.
Cream.
Cream is on.
Aye.
We'll get to Cream because
I
we've
think
actually
that
spoken
one, what
about
was the
any
one you
rappers.
just said there?
What, Shimmy Shimmy Yeah, Got Your Money?
Got Your Money. I think
Got
that
Your
might
Money
be the
is-
third
Got Your
one or
Money is
second one.
big, aye.
But I was listening, I was like, well, that's quite good.
Aye, unreal, man. But we'll get to Cream because Cream is. Oof.
Cream your knickers.
But there's only 3 rappers on Cream, and oh no, well, Method Man does the chorus in Cream. Shit. Cash rules it. Aye, it's Method Man. Anyway, we'll get to that. We'll get to Cream because Cream's one of the great songs of all time.
Chill.
So
I'm
yeah.
still waiting for the one I'm waiting for. Anyway, let the wheel decide the one I'm waiting
Aye,
for.
so if you don't know, I've spun a wheel before we go on air, and then I just have
Oh
to
fuck!
spit
Have I just
bars
ruined
out.
that for you? Sorry,
Aye.
I've just ruined your life.
Well,
I've got
you
my
ken them all anyway.
Aye, I've got my 10th one, so I
That's
just keep
full
spinning
up
the
to
wheel until I
it.
get to him.
Chill.
Aye, so I'll pass on. You got.
Aye, I've
toolkit?
got one. It's really just an opportunity to tell a story.
Deglaze.
That's what I'm talking about.
I already told you about it, McKeff. I'll not go in as much detail. So my joke of the week is called Mavella Stop, right?
Hmm.
So Mavella Stop, funnily enough, Jay, just as you pick out your finger to chew, it's stuff that you put on your nails and like run about your fingers. And it's because I asked McKeff if he'd ever licked a Nintendo Switch cartridge. I'd cake it neither you sub.
Defo blew into one. I don't know if I like
I've
one.
definitely liked some weird things
So-
in my life. But
So like Nintendo Switch cartridges are like dipped in like a very similar thing, so that Waynes don't eat them.
Aye.
Right, so like this shit you put in your nails, and obviously I like Shannon bought it for like me and one of the Waynes, and because obviously I just shred away at my nails and the skin and all that. I think it was
Aye.
on, was it Thursday or Friday? I put it on, right? It's still on my nails, and I've used acetone and washed my hands about 100 times, right? And basically, it just makes it taste horrendous, right? So that's the whole idea. Like you put it in
Aye.
your mouth,
Don't chew, yeah,
so you
right,
don't
okay.
chew. But then what I didn't realise was it lasts like a whole fucking week, right? And it also transfers onto everything that you touch.
What if you're munching a
Fuck,
fucking
man.
chicken wing?
Well,
I need whatever the
it's
version
on-
of that is for pizza, man.
It's-
So I just go eat pizzas.
it's on my lips, and now I can taste it on my lips just for like hanging.
Wow.
It's crazy, and that's like I've used acetone and that, and I've been like, hang it, it's so fucking strong. I was eating ready salt at Walker's, and fucking like I was literally I could just taste the shit.
You're
like
gonna
the
have to get some
food,
cleaning gloves on, man.
It was
Some
crazy.
marigolds, man.
I got a takeaway pizza pepperoni, and I had to put on blue latex gloves. Teat it.
Oh, that was
Teat
everything
it.
you eat involves using your hands, man.
Aye, because I was like
Oh,
I just couldn't.
man.
Like it's been crazy,
Oh,
and then
man.
like the transfer, like Like it can be on my face and then it'll be on Shannon's face, and like it like that transfer.
That's
It's
mental.
crazy.
Where did she order it online or what?
Aye.
Where did you get? Just get it
Aye,
online.
just buy it online. Aye,
That's
crazy.
cracked.
That's
Aye,
cracked.
That is so funny.
It's so fucking so wild, man. I can't believe it. I've not bit my nails in like 4 days, 5 days.
I mean, that is
For the first
time.
I mean,
That's
that's
good.
good.
So,
Working,
so,
but it works.
so the joke is that it works, but like the
At
story
what cost?
at what cost? Because honestly, it really is not good. Like I've had to really like readjust like my day to day, like run about the fact that my fingers are mock it, like but they're not mock it, but they're
Aye.
transferring mock it taste onto everything, including my face and everywhere else. Like anywhere I touch, it becomes that taste. Crazy. But my Vela stops, so if you bite your nails, aye, that's like you can
Aye,
pick
yeah.
up all of that up.
See, I don't bite my nails, but see the new, I've got this one wee bit of skin on a particular finger that I
Aye,
kind
and
of like.
you'll just get, because I did that, so I painted it right round my fingers, not just
Aye.
on the nail and all, so it was just pure stuck
But
in there.
I remember there was folk at school that actually had fingernails this because they used to eat them. I've never really.
Gary Banks, he was had like a 1/10 of his fucking fingernail. I mind that, and like there was more like nail bed than nail.
Aye.
Like crazy.
Folk love chewing them.
So many
Aye.
folk, like to that extent, it's wild to me because I'll take them down to the bit where it starts to nip and then I just stop. So I do. But aye, my Vela stop. That's my fucking choke of the week. Then
Fantastic.
I mean, it's working.
Aye,
works.
it's on the mail,
I
isn't
don't
it?
know how quickly I'll rush to put it back on.
We're waving it at Callum's nephew.
my wee
Aye.
nephew's here.
Mm-hmm.
Is it what I come say hello?
Aye, but we'll be
No,
we'll
he's
be
tweet's
hitting
quite a shiny guy.
we'll be hitting
You
a
don't
rap
speak
bit
to
now
these
anyway.
Aye. Also, considering the folk that have been watching this podcast, I think putting Wayne's on it's probably
Aye.
Oh, fuck. They'll be like, shit. This isn't what I subscribe for.
Aye.
I want to hear about shit. Right.
It's been incredibly fun.
Aye.
Fart of the week. We've not done fart of the week
Fart-
yet. Fart of the week.
My fart of the week, I'm going to rearrange it to lose the T, and then I'm going to put the R before the A, and I'm going to shout out his brother, FRA Fraser, for letting us do this here.
Fart of the
I
week.
like that.
That's what I'm going to do.
That was really quick thinking.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
correct.
that's I'm get see for all the self-deprecation I do, man. My brain still works, so
Aye.
That was some good like problem solving there.
That was.
You
Aye.
look good in the Crystal Maze.
You'd be good in
man.
that. Have you ever played that 100% club? You tried
it's
that?
class, man.
Aye.
That's so good,
I
man.
once got to the 1% question, man. I was so fucking buzzing, man.
In fact, did you know get me to play that once? Can't remember. Anyway.
I feel like I've definitely spoke to you about it.
Aye.
Because it's like, have you watched it? So it's like,
Nah.
so it's like testing like a part of your brain, like problem solving part of your brain. It's that kind of
Mhm.
Mensa stuff, but
Aye.
it's like trying to recognise patterns and
Aye.
like trying to think outside the box and all that. do you know what I
Outside the
mean?
realms of possibility.
Exactly.
Mm.
It's really good. It's really good.
Aye.
It's presented by that fucking what's his face?
No Ben Shepherd.
The
No
comedian.
Stephen Mulholland.
Is it Joe or
It's,
something?
no,
It's the guy who did that really shit program Not Going Out. If you've seen that, it was terrible.
It's
But he's
no,
actually
no
quite
Danny
good.
Dyer. It's no. It's I can't remember. Anyway,
Aye.
Johnny
It's good.
Vegas. No, I
It's
don't know.
good. Bye.
Anyway,
Anyway, we'll wrap
Anyway.
for now.
Is that
aye.
We're
Yeah,
a
go
rapper.
Aye, we'll probably no be in or touching grass
No.
next week. I don't think.
Unless we
Aye.
find somewhere where to put.
But at
touch
least
grass.
she's got a video this week if you watch it.
Might be in
Aye.
somebody's car.
Who knows? Could be.
Could be.
I
Could
knew,
be.
I knew I need to remember not to swear because there's Wayne's run.
Maybe we
My hardest thing in life.
Aye. Right.
Right, we'll catch you
Anyway,
guys.
so we'll get you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.